Tables, we got, we're still setting up. There's some tables in the pool, so we should be able to join some tables in the near future. Alright, so we have 6k hands. Who the hell is this? Pretty aggressive guy. We're gonna go for the 3-bet with this guy, with this hand. Yeah, seemed on the aggressive side. We're gonna give him aggressive regular type of thing, and that's the thing. Like I had like ace-9 against recreational, I wouldn't really want a 3-bet. Well, versus a regular, I like to, at least on these stakes, I like to play very aggressively. Here we get 3-bet. We could consider 4-betting. Wouldn't be the worst idea, but we're just folding. And then ace-6 on an ace-9-3. I'm gonna start by checking my range here. I'm gonna make this a very simple strategy to start. We had 2-pair, pretty nice. In terms of sizing, I don't think we really want to overbet here. I think this is like 66%. Makes a lot of sense here. I think in theory he's supposed to have flushes. I think in practice he doesn't have many flushes. And I think this becomes a spot where it's so rare for him to have a good hand. I'm gonna go for a check raise here. What do you have, man? Queen 10, didn't bluff. Jesus, wasn't it? Like, we gave him the opening to bluff the river, and he's like, nah, I'll take my queen high showdown value. So we'll definitely make a note, passive, post. No way, this guy is a bit passive. He min 3-bets, which makes me not fold anything in position. We hit top pair. Against the min bet, I kind of don't mind just calling once and then starting to raise on the turn. Like now I want to get some value. I want to get value from a jack, 10s, 9s type of hands. I don't think we can go too big here. Something like that. He looks pretty weak at this point. And then on the river, I think we can go for 10 value. I think he would donk a lot of his strongest hands. Again, want to try to get value from a jack, 10s, 9s with a heart, something like that. If we raise, we just fold. It's whatever. And he folds. Okay, whatever. Definitely, like, against the regular, maybe you don't want to go for 10 value there on the river. I think this is a spot where we're just going to be good most of the time. Tables actually don't look great if I look at the stats here. Don't look great. Whatever. I guess we'll be fine on 5-0. I'll try to open some more tables. Table selection, if you can, definitely want to be table selecting. Pretty importante. How is this pre-flop 28? Okay. Like here, folded 7-5. This guy was a little bit tighter. I would definitely open incredibly wide. Alright, so I suppose I can start tagging this guy as a whale. The way he's been playing. Can just start with my typical small c-bet here against recreational. And then... So the annoying thing is this is kind of overbluffed. Well, I guess we can call then. Alright, we do beat some bluffs. The thing is I'm not continuing turn though with this hand. We just hope he kind of gives up, even though I'm not expecting him to check much. Well, min bet, that's fine. Yeah, like I expect an ace to be good, a jack obviously to be good, maybe queen to be good. I am not gonna try to against this guy be like, oh, I have ace king, you don't. I have kings, you don't know. I'm gonna play this very simple, like, okay. He goes very small, probably has a little bit of showdown value. The thing is, does he 9% of the time have a hand like queen jack, ace jack type of hand? I guess. So, like against bigger sizing, I would fold. Against this sizing, I guess we call. And he owns our soul with the queen 3. But I mean, on the flop, I told you they were over bluffing. And then he goes for that super thin value. What a sicko. What a sicko. Insane. Getting owned already. just started and getting owned. Here multi-way, I'm gonna definitely check. Much else I can do. Probably kind of over. Here we go for a loose squeezy. Liking my loose squeezies against regulars. But King 7 again, like I'm expecting this guy to be a bit stationy. In the meantime, we 3-bet, c-bet the flop. On this turn, I'm gonna go for like a big bet and then give up river type of deal. I might actually bluff river. Fuck. They're still gonna have like Jack 10, Queen 10. I'm just gonna stick to my plan. Overbet turn, give up. Yeah, like that's a problem. On this board, he has so many like Jack 10s, Queen 10s, Queen 9. I don't think I played that hand pretty well. I think it makes more sense to go smaller turn and then go for a triple barrel. And that's like trying to plan a little bit by the river. What you want to do. Like here, I want to go for like a one-step type of thing. I don't think I'm gonna barrel many turns and rivers with this combo. So I'm gonna start with a bit of a bigger sizing on this board, which definitely makes sense. Because on the flop, I don't mind him folding like king high, queen high, ace axis. And for that, I think we need to size up a little bit. So yeah, not too thrilled with how I've been playing so far. It's a bad start. I guess the coffee needs to start working. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up this table. Got some possibilities. This guy donks. Seems regular, aggro-ish. A hand like this I'm definitely raising with the backdoors. I get 3-bet, I'm just folding. Okay, and he folds, so... Like I'm gonna tag him to like a bit aggressive. Seems like quite a bit of aggressive, guys. Here, I feel like we start having a nemesis with this guy. Maybe he's stream sniping, but I wouldn't expect so. Now against recreational, against a regular, I don't mind turning a hand like this into a bluff. Like he's so capped. So I'm gonna go for a 2-street bluff at this point. Turning my 4 into bluff here. I think it's a pretty good spot to do so. And if he folds, that's also fine. 8 here multi-way. We're just checking our mediocre hand multi-way. Yeah. Not a good turn, obviously. Like, not bad for a range, but our hand obviously doesn't benefit at all here. Right. I forgot to open a hand to note for the graph. We'll do that after the stream. Ace deuce here. On the board, that's pretty good for us after opening with the flush draw. I'm definitely gonna start betting small. Planning to start bluffing a lot on the turn. Now this guy seems crazy and overvaluing hands. He uses huge size. I don't... Do I want to get it in here? Maybe I want to click it back actually against a guy like this. Because from what I've seen, he seems to be overvaluing a lot of like hands. Like top pair and these type of situations. Like this stack is basically overvaluing. And then yeah, at this point, do we have 33%? Yes, we do. So we get it in. As a set, well, then we don't have 33% and we lose a stack. All right. So yeah, like if this guy was a net or regular, I probably wouldn't use this play, even against recreation. Well, against recreational, no, against recreational, I don't like this. This was more like with the tag I gave him, where I think he's overvaluing a lot of his hands. I think against like a more merged range, we can put a lot of pressure on the flop. So I don't mind there clicking it back, and then again, yeah, we can't really fold once he jams. If he only has a set, I guess we can fold, but I do think he can still have king X in that spot. Some 2 pairs we're still doing okay versus, and then yeah, versus set we're not doing well. So I guess this is gonna be the session where we destroy the bankroll. Here I would bluff a lot. The ace is not the best turn to be bluffing. Like basically any other turn I'm bluffing. Now because of the ace I'm not bluffing. River then we can make him fold some king highs, right? Some better queen highs. Guess if it goes 70, that's good enough to get him to fold a king or a better queen. So definitely want to go for it there. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna fold many pairs there. So I don't think it makes sense to go for a bigger sizing. Just try to think in those spots like what are we targeting? What do we think he can fold? And make your decision that way. Alright, with ace king, definitely gonna be raising. Here I'm gonna go for a double barrel bluff almost all the time. If he folds, that's fine. I'm gonna make a small note, he's probably feather fold. A lot of people on a low board like that would float with 2 overs. Him folding quite quickly makes me think he's just trying to hit a good hand on the flop. So we're gonna keep that in mind, because if that's the case, we probably should bluff a little bit less on the turn, right? So you always want to keep in mind, like, my base strategy is I expect people to call to white pre-flop and then call to white on the flop and then overfold the turn. A lot of my bluffs are gonna be created around that principle. Yeah, I'm gonna start half pot against recreational on the small blinds instead of like smaller sizing, which would be more theoretical. I'm more like, okay, I think the recreational probably just calls way too much against half pot still there. On that board, especially when he called small blind, where his range is usually a little bit stronger. So yeah, I want to just start building a bigger pot already on the flop, because like every little bit more you put in the flop has exponential gains on turns and rivers, right? When the pot is just a little bigger already on the turn, then a 60% pot on the turn is already a lot bigger, right? Here I'm opening wide because there's lots of recreationals. I don't mind playing a pot with 4-3 suited, which we generally would be folding. And then on this board, we're kind of giving up. I pots it. He seems crazy. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on what these guys show up at. So overbet checks turn looks very weak, obviously, when he does that. And let's have a quick look at what he had. He had 10-8 suited for an overvalue. Right. Before that, we had a hand here where we 3-bet. And this guy cold called behind. So when we 3-bet and under the gun, and then what looks like kind of a regular type of guy cold calls, I'm gonna be a bit careful. So even on this board, I just check fold, especially against that sizing. We could still check raise against smaller sizing. Against that sizing, I'm out again. He probably overvalues quite a bit of hands there, but not a good spot in my opinion to really go after him when we're out of position and he cold calls 3-bet hijack first under the gun. Not a good spot. Trying to figure out a little bit, like, he does fold 77% to c-bets. Then the raise c-bets, maybe I should have looked at his stats before. Before I think it's fine still. The way I played to not flush there. Not flush draw, sorry. It's whatever. Like the way I'm gonna construct my strategies is like, if I think I'm up against a good opponent, I'm gonna be a little bit more GTO oriented, more theory based. If I don't think he's a good opponent, I'm gonna start with like a deviation where it's more based on how do I think the population plays, right? How can I exploit the population? And then once we start knowing, oh, we think this guy is, let's say, here I'm gonna check my range. It's a nice hand still to bet with the 2 overs and the gut shot. I don't hate betting there with a hand like 9-8, where like if somebody bets on the turn, it kind of gets like a bit annoying. Like we're not wrapping much, but I'm gonna call and bluff like any overcard river. 9 or an 8 probably still gives us the best hand. The 7 gives us straight. This is kind of like a tough river to bluff on. This is like one of those rivers where it's like I'm not expecting to get many folds if you bet. Do you think he's full of shit? Yes. I think I can raise. I guess not. Yeah, it should hit his range quite well. He should have enough like one pair type of hands. I still like my float on the turn. I guess it's not a float. It's more hey, our overs are probably good. Our gut shot is definitely good. We can bluff so many rivers. But yeah, just not that one. Right, opening a bit wide with the threes here again on a table like this. I think it's fine. Now on the flop, I'm gonna start by checking my range. What do we have here? 50, he seems nitty, 50% flop, 50% turn value. I guess when he checks, we have the best hand. I don't mind betting like 50% just to get value from ace high in this spot. And then let's be very greedy here. Solely targeting ace highs. Flop to flush. We bet small flop. Don't know much about him, so I'm just gonna pile some money in here. Snap calls. Board pairing makes him capable of having some full houses. Not gonna be too worried though. Does he ever have a flush he plays like this? Maybe. Is jam ever an option here? Maybe. I think he's overfolding anyway. Let's go for the jam. Snap call is not good. God damn it. Getting snapped is not good in that spot, obviously. As yeah, we'll lose a stack again. Game's hard. Game's hard. Here we go for the 4-bet against the regular. Definitely 4-betting aggressively here. And we take it down, which is nice. Like this was open call, squeeze. Good spot to 4-bet for sure. Even though he squeezed against under the gun, he had like 8% 3-bet stats, which seems good enough to go for the 4-bet. Obviously, if he's more netty, he has a tight 3-bet stat, then we wouldn't go for it there. Actually, try to table select a little bit. Find some okay tables. Some of these tables don't look amazing. Got queens and jacks. We get jammed on. I guess we call. Not the most exciting spot. Well, when he has ace 10 suited, I guess we get excited now. One-time dealer. One time. He didn't get his one time. Okay, we make a little bit back, which is nice. Not a good turn. I think I'm just checking most of my range here. Putting this one against an aggressive opponent, and I'm probably not folding river though, unless he goes for some overbet type of thing. He checked quite quickly, makes me think this guy just has like a 10, probably like king 10, ace 10 type of hand. How much does he call? Like, I don't think a jack checks here. If I go like this, does he call a 10? Maybe. God damn it. And we time out. God damn it. That king jack probably wasn't calling. Really wide pre-flop call. We'll keep that in mind. And yeah, obviously we were betting there. Yeah, I was thinking between like 70% and overbet. I think both are reasonable. But when we don't have time bank, then yeah, we bet nothing. Yeah. What? No, this is like a pretty bad session already. All right. Here we got the open ender. We face a donk from recreational. We're just calling. We could potentially turn a hand into bluff. Without knowing anything, this is like a fuck. Well, here we go bluffing. I'm gonna go for a small raise, and then I was gonna bomb the river, but when the queen hits, it gets awkward because we have showdown value. So we probably check and, well, he had 2 pairs, so maybe good we didn't bomb. Christ. Right. What other hands do we have? I feel like I'm having too many hands. Let's just play aces. A lot easier. Yo, Dreezy, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm really not used. Oh, what is this gift? What is this gift? This is how you get a bankroll. You just open aces and somebody jams on you, and they have 9s, and yeah, 20% of the time you lose, and that's fine. 80% of the time, making money. Oh yeah, I've been in Austria for a while now. Okay, and that's the 9, the 9 on the flop. Yeah, bye-bye profit today. If that happens, bye-bye. Oh yeah, yeah. We keep going though. We keep squeezing, we keep being aggressive. The thing is, I usually don't time out when I'm just playing by myself. I'm playing 8 tables usually, and I'm not timing out. Probably would have called here with all the recreationals behind. We had top pair. Our recreational friend donks min bet. We're just calling. We're just calling, and now we're gonna start putting some money on the turn with our top pair. River, I guess he has some 10x, but he's still gonna have like jack x. Some has like queens, maybe even. I think in theory we're not supposed to raise. Oh, okay, I called because I didn't want to time out. Yeah. I'm scared of timing out now. But yeah, I was definitely considering raising there. I think it's close. Right. Right, I'm getting crushed. Jesus. We should have bet. I'm already distracted. Fuck me. Because we're playing a huge pot with Jack 10 for some reason. Another day, chat. Another day. Yeah. We're gonna say, hey, we got an ace. And you better fold your king queen of spades. So this was like a donk half pot on the flop. We just float super wide against his donk. Even though I don't know much about him, so maybe it's not the best idea there. And then on the turn we go for a small bet and size up a bit on the turn. Yeah. Bringing out the street poker is maybe not the best on this stake. Okay, this we got the gut shot and this guy goes huge. I'm out. Like, fuck off. Have my money. 94-0, yeah, probably. At least we're having fun, chat. Yes, we're having fun. We played the pot against this guy already, right? What did he do previously? This guy just loves min betting with like mediocre hands, I guess. He didn't seem to be in a folding mood. Now, I do think he's very capped once he checks now on the turn. But we have enough showdown value, I think, for us to just try to get to showdown. On the river. What is this sizing? Should be able to fold this, right? I should be able to fold there. Like, if he went one big blind bigger than that, I would have folded. Yeah, this is win today, iPoker skin. So yeah, definitely watch out when your opponents go for pot sizings. Okay, let's see his set on the flop. It's even a spot where I think normally I would fold, and I think I'm already tilted on stream. It's like, how do you fold a jack there, Peter? I think it's very close there. I think it's fine to call. Hey, little pot company. I think it's fine to call, but on average I would fold here, honestly. Even though it looks crazy netty. We are not happy when we see big sizings from recreationals, chat. Not happy. Alright, how are we gonna lose to straight now is a question. Should probably size up because these guys are recreational. So I don't like my sizing against the recreation. Against regulars, it definitely makes sense to go a bit small. What's a 2E sizing here? It's a bit too big, I think. I want to get the money in by the river for sure. But I also don't want to lose like Queen Jack, King Jack, Ace 10, Ace Jack type of hands. I guess those always call anyway. So maybe even when we have the King specifically and don't block any Ace-X, maybe we can size up a little bit more on the turn. Streamer never wins hands. Alright, let's get the Zen in here. Maybe the coffee is overworking. There we go. Let's not get too tricky with 5-4 suited. Let's get the discipline in here. Let's get the discipline in here. Let me open a hand to node in the meantime, which might lag the stream because I still have a huge database open there, I think, when I'm gonna log in. So sorry if things start lagging. It's because I'm trying to open a hand to node so I can check the results. I guess I should just check the results in the end. We're not doing results yet. We are not results orientated. All right, ace queen here on the 5-3 deuce. I think it's fine to bet. Just gonna start with a check. Pretty easy hand to check call and play some turns and rivers. The nice 420 bet. Folding. Check on the turn. Makes it nice that we can bluff some rivers if he checked behind. Jack on the river makes it bad to bluff rivers. Now I'm just gonna take my showdown value because at this point, like if he has 4s, 6s, 7s, 8s, is he really folding against any sizing on the river? No, not really. So we take our showdown value. I might have bluff catched actually. King 6 goes for the stab on the flop, give up. Hero calls maybe not the worst there actually. Yeah. Like he's not gonna have many value bets on the river, so I guess it's a check call. I do think it's a lot of time it just goes check check. All right, let's play pot with the 5-deuce suited. Yeah, stop tilting me, Drizzy, Jesus. Let's do. You know anything about this guy's c-bet? His c-bet's way too wide. Okay. I'm gonna raise fold this. Fuck off. I definitely don't want to continue like weak flush draws there. You could say, oh, but like you have the odds to hit. Well, there's also reverse implied odds at that point. So we just fold against the 3-bet. That's also why you don't really want to raise. Well, you can raise a little bit of better flush draws for sure. But it's kind of awful, let's say, to raise fold a king high flush draw. But when you have a really weak flush draw, it's fine. Calling is also an option for sure. I definitely don't mind calling. Calling or raising are both fine there. But we're not raising to raise call or to raise jam or whatever. How's Austria? Yeah, I like it. Especially the city Graz. Like, I've visited Vienna before and I kind of didn't like it, even though I feel like most people that visit Vienna love it. It's really not my thing. Ace King 8, we can still c-bet and then give up turns and rivers basically with this hand. But he's gonna have so many, shouldn't say too much about it, but I really like this city. Yeah, it feels a bit like Belgium, honestly. Just with Germans. I guess I shouldn't call Austrians Germans, right? Definitely not a board I'm gonna c-bet. Like again, most boards, single raise pot out of position, I'm gonna start with a check. Looking to check raise aggressively, but like not this hand on this board. Let me just fold. Yo, Vasily Vianotte. Thanks, mate. If I pronounce that correctly. Thanks for using that Jeffrey Bezos money. Let's try to win this hand for you, mate. I'm gonna go the aggressive route. Well, if my internet is... What's happening? Am I still live? What is... What? Okay, there we go. Snap calls us. Snap. Well, we beat some king highs, right? 10-9 snap calls us. Oh, we disconnected. Fucking hell. What is that? This is a cursed stream. Losing every pot. This guy doesn't give a fuck. We're gonna give him a station tag. Not bluffing him. Not sure what's happening. Right here it goes check check. I'm gonna bluff everything. We're gonna go for a double barrel. Wait, what's happening? How does this guy have a raise? Like it's full of shit, but I'm also full of shit, so. This is the first time I have a disconnect. I have fiber internet with a cable. There, what? How? Cursed fucking stream. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna open wide against recreational. And now we're moving to real man stake. Well, with the way today's going, it's still gonna take a while, I guess. But our plan is to move up every time we hit 20 buy-ins for the new stake. Idling 7s. In the meantime, we're gonna check raise here. Check call is also fine. Depends a bit on the sizing. On the turn, I definitely want to overbet here and then give up river. What's with the snap calls? We're gonna keep following what we said. We were gonna give up river. The guy has ace king. Somehow he has ace king. Jesus Christ. Maybe I need to bluff more versus the snap calls. What is this run out now? We're gonna go for the small Betsky. Where it's basically, hey, if you have an ace, you're not folding anyway, right? So might as well go small to get you to fold a queen, a 10, a chop. Well, a 10 is already chop. Can we win one hand today? Oh, we're definitely 4-betting here. And I have a feeling this is gonna work out quite well. Quite well. And before we get jammed on. Right, about half an hour more. There we go. Like, people are scared to 4-bet. People are scared of 4-bets. So, I think the only hands we won were the ones where we 4-bet light pre-flop. Those are the only hands we won so far today. All the other hands were getting crushed. I'll be honest, I'm not bringing out my best game probably at the moment. Let's see. Just need that discipline. I just need to have some kings from time to time. Right, face the fold. Yeah, on the double flush draw board where we had flush draw, I actually also don't mind like going for a bit smaller on the turn and barreling river. Okay, that's not really the flop we want to see with sevens. This guy goes 3.5 x pot. I'm out. Yeah, we're not really gonna get much to fold on the turn, maybe on the river. And I guess we just win very often? Question mark. What do you have in mind? Okay. Straight. Straight's good. Straight is good. Is that one keeping count of the amount of hands we're winning? It's not about winning, chat. It's about making the best decisions. That's what we're trying to do right now. Yeah, this guy's just always gonna fold when we ISO, but whatever. Classic net limp fold. King Queen, we raise bigger because this guy posted the blind. I kinda already want to tag him as a whale when he posts the blinds, immediately calls the first raise. Like, this guy is just gonna be pretty loose, probably. Which we don't mind when we have King Queen offsuits. When we go multi-way though, I don't hate betting here. Like, this guy's gonna have not much here in the spot. I think he's gonna have way too many hands. And then if this guy folds and this guy calls, we can bluff a lot on turns and rivers against this guy. Now, when he calls the flop, I'm kind of just saying, okay, you got it. Sure, we improved to a gut shot. Sure, we can bluff on the flush river. I just don't expect this guy that we're gonna have enough fold equity turns and rivers against this guy. When he bets this sizing, I guess we call. Technically have some showdown value, maybe can improve a bit. We improve to straight, and the question is, do we donk out now? I think we do, actually. Sometimes he has a full house, and that's fine. I don't think this guy folds an ace. I don't think this guy's gonna bluff enough after going that sizing. So we're just gonna donk jam. Yeah. Oh, how did we leave that table, actually? Fucking hell. Alright. Why do you play on these weird skins? Wouldn't big names have the most recreationals? Well, as you can see, we have a lot of recreationals today. Like, this side is really good in terms of recreationals, for sure. And from Austria, this is the only technically legal side I can play on. Again, technically. There's other sides I could also play on that are more like gray zone. But yeah. Yeah. Running into the quads. And again, that's not a play I would make against any player. There's definitely enough players against who I could donk small, against who I would check call, against who I would check raise. I think this was a good opponent against who the jam makes a lot of sense. Because we think he's super wide pre-flop, so he's gonna have so many ace-X there. So we jam. And then yeah, if he has it, right? This guy donks, and I'm gonna look a little bit at his stats. He seems super passive, so we just fold. This is a nit, so yeah, when a nit donks big, we just fold. Wait, how's this guy's 3-bet stat? Pretty big, so we're gonna go for the loose 4-bet. Again, the only hands we're winning are these 4-bets, so give it to me. Give it to me. Look at it. Look at how we're winning money. I know there's a lot of you guys watching that are like, you shouldn't 4-bet on these stakes because people always have it when they 3-bet. Well, have another look at your opponents. All right, we're gonna double barrel again. I can't wait to lose this pot, but I'm definitely betting here. Now we actually have showdown value. I'm gonna give an opportunity to bluff here. I think if I had a stronger 10, I would value bet. Now I wanna give him an opportunity to still bluff some hands. I think there's enough hands that can bluff. He has ace-3 offsuit. Yeah. This is one of the reasons you can bet turn, bet river a lot. People, when they check behind here on the flop, are gonna have so many ace-x, and then they're not really gonna fold them too often on the turn, as we saw when we were overbetting on the queen, and we got snapped by an ace. Yeah. Here, when somebody has ace-3, they're gonna call a lot on turn, fold a lot on the river. Isn't every side legal in Austria? No, they changed up some stuff. So you do still see a lot of Austrian players on GG Poker, on PokerStars. And according to the law, well, how does it work again? Yeah, according to the law, I think the sites are operating illegally. But so far, they haven't really done anything with that, right? So they haven't taken funds from players. Well, actually, some things happened where there's been cases where people lost money, and then they were able to sue the website they lost money on. So they sued. Don't know if any of the big sites, but I think GG Poker or PokerStars got sued already, and then an Austrian court was able to make GG Poker, well, I don't want to say which side it was because I don't remember, but they basically made the operator, the gambling operator, made him pay back the money to the person that lost because they weren't allowed to operate in Austria, right? And something else has happened also where a winning player got sued for their winnings. Like, again, don't quote me on this, I don't know the exact things, but yeah, a lot of things changed recently in terms of the legislation in Austria. And for now, the Austrian government is like, okay, we'll let you guys just have fun for now. But things might change in the future, and I don't mind just playing on the site where it's legal and where it's only 3% rake. Don't mind it. All right, have a good one, Drizzy. Thanks for joining in. Too bad you can't see the rest of this car wreck. Where does this cat want to go? Right. Yeah, probably gonna stream for like 15 more minutes and wrap it up. It's annoying. Tables are good, but not working out today. Not working out. Right, let's open another table. Heads up, not my biggest strength for sure. Let's see. This guy is just time banking out. Okay. Whatever. Aces heads up. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna know how to play aces heads up. Start with putting a little bit more money in here. I guess 4 makes sense. And then here against recreational, we're gonna bet small flop, bet big turn, give up river. That's gonna be our general plan here. It's like turn like I kind of don't want to get blown off my equity here. So I wonder if check call. I think check call is actually fine now. I think it's a good spot where he's probably over bluffing and we have showdown value. When we bet and we get raised is not great. We had a flush and we're probably just check calling on this run out. There's a lot of full houses possible, obviously, in this spot. When he half pots, I'm so tempted to jam though. Are we gonna run into it again? I don't think so when he used this sizing. I think we're jamming. And yes, sometimes he has a full house, but I just expect when recreationals use this sizing that they're not gonna have a lot of nutted hands. So against a bigger sizing, I would have just called. Now that he used this sizing, I want to jam to get value from a king, to get value from weaker flush, straight. If you fold, so be it. Right. I guess there you can see how sometimes my plan can change during the hand. What's happening with this guy? This guy needs some snacks. Here, Get you some snacks, baby. Luck. We bought like a maze for him where he needs to get the snacks. So if you hear a loud cat, that's my bad. Get him. Right, he's going for it. All right, let's see if we can bring this back a little bit today. And yeah, as you can see, generally I'm going greedy for value, which is good. In terms of thin value, not always great here. I don't mind betting small. Against two regulars, I would start with a check. Here, I don't mind just going for a small bet, even though our outs aren't clean in this spot. I still want to start putting a lot of pressure on my opponent. On the turn, we're gonna bet, and on the river, we're probably also gonna bet. The idea here is that he's probably gonna have a lot of like ace-x flush draws, where if the river is not a flush completing card, I can just triple barrel, get him to fold those hands. We still have outs, we can still hit the straights, or over cards might be good. So yeah. Here, generally my idea is to check raise aggressively here, and I guess we could do it in this spot. Yeah, I'm gonna go for an aggressive check raise here. Generally overfolded by population here, these spots. And then if we do get called, we still have some outs. I would barrel this combination probably on the turn. Here we 3-bet the cutoff. This guy cold calls. Original opener calls. Gonna go for a small bet. Lots of pairs we can get value from. We're gonna have a few jack-x, but not that many, honestly. I'm not too afraid of jack. If one of them raises this flop, there's some huge danger lights going off though. What do we know with this guy? Probably passive, slow plays a lot. I'm just gonna try to find a sizing where tens calls me, queens calls me. He snap calls, which makes it very unlikely he has a strong hand. I think we jam. I think I could have went a little bit bigger. Turn again. I said on the turn I want to find the sizing where tens calls me, and then I went small, which I'm not a huge fan of. We probably can get value from tens with like half pot and then set up an easier river jam. The thing is though, like my original plan was also not to jam river, but the fact that he snap calls me turn makes it a lot easier to jam river, if that makes sense. Hey Rufio, how you doing, man? Why is this cat being... What are you doing? Trying to stream here, buddy. Crush this. Well, they're crushing me right now. Getting crushed by 5-0. This guy just meows and gets snacks. What a life. What a life. Right. Next up. Alright, I'm gonna just start with the c-bet on this board, even though it's in theory probably check. I don't mind just betting, checking turn, and still here calling quite wide on the river. Looks like a more aggressive opponent, so I'm just not falling. This river is kind of bad. I don't think we win very often, actually. don't think we win very often when he does this. We're gonna overbet this. I think we can still have enough 6x here. I think it's reasonable to turn our hand in the bluff. Our original plan was to bluff catch. Then it did change into yeah, let's just be overly aggressive ourselves. Can't go bad with that. Alright, so we're gonna stream for like 5 to 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Here, yeah, we called the king 4. Tempted to raise here. Well, this guy took away my possibility to raise. I don't think we want to be 3-betting here. Would have been a nice turn to barrel on. But he seems very sticky. What is this hand? This guy just has an ace and this guy just has a queen. Let's see. This guy ever folding an ace here? Or he just has like a weak pair. And then he's definitely folding. Right. Meantime, we called an open at queen 9 offsuit against recreational. A call. Call turn. Gonna check and call a lot of sizings here. If he went big, I would fold. As a queen. Alright, fair enough. What happened in this hand in the meantime? I didn't look. So this guy folded. Okay. We'll never know what he had. Multi-way here on such a dry kind of board against the recreational. I don't mind going for a small step. I'm barreling quite a bit on the turn. Like this turn is nice to barrel on. Flush draw, they're always gonna put me on the king. Right, that's what recreationals do. They put you on ace king. So you bet and they fold? Question mark. No, this guy doesn't want to fold. So we beat some 6-5s. I don't think he calls a lot of 7x on the turn. I think we just check actually at this point. I don't think we get enough to fold, and we do have a little bit of showdown value. Dance, wow, full. He's not folding that one. We keep running into it, chat. How does it happen? All right, we got the queens here. I didn't see this was multi-way. If I knew it was multi-way, I would have checked here. It's a little bit too thin to bet queen. Well, that's fine, I guess. I'm gonna check the turn and probably gonna have to here call river, even though I'm not super excited after I see bet a bit too wide, multi-way, and this guy called with the guy behind him. Now, once he does check the river, can we reopen for value is a question. Called big blinds. Do we get value from a 9? Kinda 9 of spades type of deal. Interesting spot. I just don't think he checks a lot of king X. That's why I think we just have to bet for value. The thing is, I also think he just overfolds, so it's like, is it worth it? Here, this is a limp spot, I guess. Yeah, limp, call, we check behind. Could have raised for sure. And then this guy bets a turn and now checks the river. Trying to think what I can get value from, and I just can't imagine many hands I'm getting value from. 10-8 that gave up, so went for the one step with an open-ender and then gave up. Good to know. A hand like this doesn't play well. He's super wide. I guess I could have 3-bet. If I know he's very wide pre-flop, that's definitely a hand I should 3-bet. Right, I hope we were able to make a small comeback. Yeah, let me try to open my hand note again. I think I'm gonna have some stream lags while doing so. But we'll see. And then we'll wrap it up for today. Site. Right, I'm gonna make it 8 big blinds here against the 3x open from under the gun. Snap call. Ace jack 8. We'll start with just c-bet range. The benefit from a hand like 9s is we actually get some better pairs to fold. And when he donks, it doesn't make any sense. But we have 9s, so what the hell are we gonna do? Like, we can make some plays with like a king queen, king 10 type of hands. We can call with jack, right? I guess we just fold. Annoying spot, like just think he has enough ace-x where I don't want to go too overboard, right? Does that make sense? Alright, gonna start wrapping this up. Gonna start leaving my tables. Sending you guys somewhere else. Let's see quite a bit of people were streaming. I guess Russian Fridays. So yeah, gonna wrap it up. Gonna head on over to some higher stakes after this. But it was fun today. It was a bit of a chaotic stream, especially the start, let's say. Let's get this out. Yeah, that's the thing when you use huge databases, things go bad. Just to be clear, this is not me. Just to be clear. Obviously a lot worse for me. Let's have a look. Database. Let's get the correct database in here. Yeah. So yeah, if anything you might have learned today, 4-bet aggressively. That's the only way to make money here. Let's see our results for today. It wants to show me the results. I changed some stuff in my hand to note, so hot. For some reason, I can't turn off my HUD whenever a hand to note is on, but whatever. I just want to check the results if it wants to work. There we go. And yeah, I'll share it at the end of the stream, which is about now. About 2 or 3 more hands. We'll wrap it up. The red line is looking good. That's already something. The rest is not going to look too good. Want to remind you guys on Discord, we have a poll going for the next group coaching. So we're going to start a new group coaching in a few weeks probably, or in the near future at least. And yeah, we're trying to decide, will it be blind versus blind or single raised spots? So yeah, feel free to vote. !Discord on Twitch. If you want to join our Discord, we're doing tons of hand reviews on there. You can also find more information about coaching in general. So yeah, head on over there if you want to get more information on group coaching. We'll probably have more information in the next days. I think Roofy will be streaming one of the next days. I'll probably be back on Monday. Right, last hands. There we go. Okay. Definitely didn't go as well as last time, but still be okay. How? Right. It's actually not too bad, the graph. I feel like this graph is not correct. Maybe it is. Did we lose like 2 or 3 binds at a certain point? I'm very confused. I guess we're still importing. Yeah. I don't think we played 270 hands, right? Yeah, I think this is wrong graph. I'm still gonna share it, but I think I need to wait a bit for hand to node to catch up. I changed some stuff, so I guess we can share this. Oh, this looks bad. I should probably also change the scene, but yeah. I think this is a graph for today. Again, I think it was worse, but we'll see. We'll be back on Monday with the continue of Bankroll challenge. If my graph wants to update, I'll definitely share it with you guys. But for now, I guess wasn't too bad today. And look at this red line. That's what it's all about, right? All right, have a good one, everyone. Enjoy your day, and see you next time.